I put this just to give you a sense of the geography. Florida, Haiti, it's an hour on the airplane. This isn't a far-off land. When the US wants to occupy a country, say Afghanistan or Iraq, they can get hundreds of thousands of troops there just as fast as they want, halfway around the world. But when it comes to people who are suffering, who need medical care immediately, who need water immediately, all of a sudden there's all these excuses and reasons why we can't get it there in a timely fashion. They said the airport was damaged and it took a while to get up and get planes there. True, the airport was damaged. But there's two other airports on that island. You see Haiti and the Dominican Republic. There's two airports in the Dominican Republic. Fly it in there and drive it over land. I mean, if you had to, you could drop water out of the plane if there was no other, and food, helicopter it in and drop it, But they didn't even have to do that. I mean, you look at Cuba, right next door, where Guantanamo Bay is a stone's throw from Haiti. Guantanamo Bay is a massive US military installation where there is so many reserves of food, water, equipment that could have been mobilized immediately to come in and help the Haitian people, and it just wasn't done. It just wasn't a priority. There's my perfect son to calm me down again. This was the day we were evacuated. We stayed in a compound. We spent the night on the floor at this compound, the school, near the airport, so we could go to the airport early in the morning and then try to get a flight over to the Dominican Republic so we could fly home. So again, the airport, you can find a lot of UN presence out there, keeping the peace there. These are the massive airplanes that were flown into the airport. The airport was immediately taken over by the United States government. Haiti had to give it over. All the seaports are still under United States control. And the United States decides who gets access to Haiti from the air or from the sea. And these planes that they are flying in, we were told by some personnel at the airport, can hold like 2 Greyhound buses. So there's a lot of aid inside these planes. There's a nurse that we met at the airport who was also working around the clock, trying to save people without any supplies. So there's the aid that's being offloaded from these massive cargo planes. And there it is. We were at the airport for several hours waiting, and we saw many planes fly in, unload massive amounts of aid, and saw it pile up on the tarmac. We didn't see anybody come and take the aid from the airport and drive it outside the airport, though, in the whole time we were there. And that was Sunday after the quake. Another critical day. There's still some people alive trapped under the rubble from Tuesday. Not as many as a couple days before, but still there's people alive trapped under the rubble that if you got this aid to them right now, you're still able to save thousands of people. And there we are looking at it like it's right in our face, like here is what could save everybody, and it's just piling up at the airport. And this led you know, I'm not the only one who observed this. Like, you don't have to take my word for it. Even the French ambassador to Haiti to oversee the aid relief effort criticized the U.S., saying that this is supposed to be about helping Haiti, not occupying Haiti. And the Italian official who oversaw the relief effort in Italy's earthquake called the U.S. effort a vanity parade. And I heard from somebody who was evacuating people in Haiti that day. We talked to him, and he said that Hillary Clinton had flown in the day before on Saturday, and when she flew in, she had the airport shut down for 3 hours surrounding her visit for security reasons, to make sure everything was safe for her arrival. I mean, you don't want that on, you know, on any day, but really, like that 4th, 5th day after the quake, have aid not coming in for 3 hours. And another person that was doing evacuations told me, to make it worse, she had an outfit flown in from the Dominican Republic on another plane that same day that stopped him from being able to evacuate. So, like, her outfits are worth more than Haitian lives, is the message that got. And I haven't been able to verify that from any other news sources, but this person told me not to reveal his identity because he would lose his job if that got, you know, so I'm sure people were intimidated. But that tells you a lot about the U.S.'s response to the quake in Haiti. This is the U.S. response. 20,000 troops is the U.S. response, and it shouldn't come as a surprise to you after everything that you heard about the history of the U.S. imperialism in Haiti. But the U.S. now has Haiti surrounded by warships, and they are broadcasting messages to the Haitian people saying, don't try to flee your island like you did in the 90s trying to come to the United States for help. You were captured and returned immediately.
And that's the real thing, right?
We're flying in thousands of U.S. troops with M16s. The Haitian people don't need M16s. They need gauze. They need bandages. They need food. They need medicine. They need water. People still, in many sections of the devastated earthquake area, haven't received you know, a tent and some food and are starving. I mean, there's the immediate problems of food and shelter, but then, you know, my wife works on HIV. Haiti has the highest prevalence of HIV in the Western Hemisphere. You know, if people aren't getting food and water, they're not getting their antiretroviral drugs, which are keeping thousands of Haitians alive because they can take it every day. How are we going to get, you know, there's a whole lot of other problems that are unleashed by this devastation. Communicable diseases, tuberculosis is now spreading throughout Haiti, and the U.S. response is to send more troops. And there's many sources now that are calling this, you know, a third occupation by the United States, and it's absolutely outrageous. They are going there to secure Haiti, to make it a hospitable place for U.S. corporate interests. The 2006 HOPE Act spells it out, what the U.S. has in store for Haiti. The HOPE Act should be probably renamed Hope You Can Survive on $3 a Day. And it's all about making sweatshops the norm in Haiti.